when I was between 5 and 10 years old. I was really somebody who was, the world for me was really big, and I was always looking for new things. I was very excited and very interested in the world. I was very much into music. I had the luck of growing up in a family where there was a lot of culture and a lot of interest in the world and in everything around us. I remember when I was that age that I was really scanning the world, reading stuff, magazines. I think I was also already an inventor back then when I was between 5 and 10 years old, because I remember I was playing in the kindergarten with matches because it was cold. They found me and I was lighting up the room and when they answered me and they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Don't you know how cold it is here?" So when I was 5, so I was already entrepreneur, you can say that. Also never really minded what other people say, just had my own idea and not but deliberately wanting to be different or going the other way, but still really good knowing what I want. And I think that's probably also has a lot to do with my education, with my parents and my brother and sister. I learned not to doubt myself. I also remember like when I was a bit older, 11 or 12, and we were at the marriage of my uncle in Sevilla, and everybody was dancing like the roof is on fire, follow the leader, and everybody was like this. And there was one guy, and if you now look at the movie or the film about the marriage, you see one little 11-year-old going the other way, and the whole family is going like this. And there's one, they're saying, "Hey, stop! Go the other way." I said, "No, that's what makes it nice, you know. That's what yeah." And nobody understood, but I was happy, so I didn't mind. And it's not a bad. Nothing happened, and nobody died, so they were all angry. But who cares? I mean, and that's nice. That's life, you know. I had the luck of always working in an environment that was really professional. So I started working at EML, now PRG. It's one of the biggest companies in the world related to events. So the standards were always super high, and there was actually no room to fail. In one way, really good to set the bar high, but on the other hand, if you fail, the failure is bigger than in other environments. So I had, for example, a band that I started mixing, and I wasn't ready for it, and I failed. And these things are traumas for the rest of your life, I think. But however, I think also really need these failures in order to grow, because if you don't fail, you don't know, you cannot grow in my opinion. So you need failure. It's healthy to fail. It's part of life. The end goal is a set sum up of all the failures you had in your life. It's always the way you handle it. I have a lovely wife that supports me 200%, and all my failures, I can talk to her about it. She's also a therapist. She's not my therapist, but still I feel that I can really tell everything, and that she helps me to get over the failures or to give it a place in your life. One thing I also really believe is looking ahead. Don't look back, look ahead. So failures, it's there, it's been done, you cannot change it, nothing you can do about it, it's done, you can only look ahead. So if you ask me what Lawrence and me did differently that made our company succeed, I think it's they call it the 80-20 rule. Lawrence and I are really perfectionists, and if we have something in our head, we will go there. We will not go too far. So that's what they call the 80-20 rule, that you spend at the last 20%, you will spend 80% of your time on. So you need to stop at the right amount, but still you need to deliver quality. And I had the luck of working in a professional environment, and Lawrence as well. The stakes are always high. We never stop when somebody else would say, "Okay, we're good here, it's working," for example. No, it has to be perfect. It has to be, in the case of Frolight, waterproof or safe, or and things that we say like, no, we want to make it that extra step. We have this little light on our control unit which flashes all the time. It's called a heartbeat, which makes sure that a wine grower, he can see it from 1 kilometer. Already the light, it's flashing, and when it's flashing, the wine grower knows my control unit is working and happy. It's a small thing, but for some wine growers, really a big thing, because then they are reassured like, okay, everything is working. And it costs Frolight a lot of money to imply that, but we know that it's really important. I really believe that by doing this, we take an advantage, can take a step forward in the company. Yeah. Trying to set goals and looking at one step ahead, trying not to look too far. You have the vision of what you want to reach, long-term vision, of course. Try to look ahead like one step. Like we're changing from Odoo to HubSpot, which is a big change. And if you think of all the things that need to be done, it's overwhelming. I just take next steps, next steps, next steps. Every step is another win, is a goal reached, and then that makes it more bearable. If you would see everything, you would really have the pressure and the... But some things, yeah, you are out of your control. I think a lot of people don't understand, but I think that mindfulness, being aware of your breathing, can already help a lot, does a lot. Just because your brain is automatically breathing, and just changing that into your mind, like you think of breathing, okay, makes you breathe slower, makes you relax, and it's a very easy, everybody can do it, really easy relaxation, and it works. For sure it works. When I was a kid, I was very scared in closed spaces like an elevator. It was before the cell phone time, so I would be, yeah, scared of being trapped. So I did some therapy in order to be able to go in an elevator, and it was mainly focused on your breathing. So it helped me always. And now when I feel that I'm really stressed or there's a lot of pressure, when I really feel the pressure, then I can still use this and it helps me. If you are doing business at this level, a lot of times you don't realize how big the pressure is until the pressure is gone, which is a bit enough of an after effect. So once you made a big goal, for example, we sold several systems in a country that we are trying to develop, and it's going hard, and after you sell it, you feel like, okay, the pressure is gone. I realize that a lot of times it's only after the event that I realize, wow, the pressure was really big. Also, when we have the board meeting with the shareholders of Frolight, it's always a moment where we reflect, where we zoom out and say, okay, what are we doing? Because you're always focusing on problems and not on the bigger thing. And when we are at the board meeting, it's always a time when we reflect, and then after that you can always decompress and say, okay. So our team is still developing. We're a young company. We were founded in 21, so it's only 4 years. I think it really takes some time in order so that everybody knows each other, the culture of the company. So we are still forming the team, but we are already 10 people. And I can really say that the people that are working today for Frolight is a good mixture of great minds. They all have different views or different ways of life, and so all together we really form a good symbiotic team. Unfortunately, when you are not there yet as a company, when you're still growing and you're still finding your place and we didn't make a lot of profit yet, the metric you have is the sales, and because you have a plan, you have money, and you need to keep that in balance. So you really have to accelerate, sales, it's number one. Unfortunately, it's not my favorite part of the company, sales, because I don't like to sell myself or my product. I feel like it should be all natural. And then after that, you can start looking at other things like culture in the company, or like how's everybody feeling, or but as long as the sales are not there, the pressure is high, and you don't have a lot of playing liberty. So you ask me what one of the biggest mistakes that I made as a co-founder. Before Frolight was there, I was really growing in following my gut feeling, like really feeling like this is. And the first years of Frolight, I had a lot of gut feelings, but I didn't follow them because you thought that other things were more important than your gut feeling, because it's a different thing, it's a startup. But if I look at it again, I think I would say to myself, like, no, just follow your gut feeling. If you have it, you need to embrace it and go for it. For example, people where you don't feel it, people that work for you and you don't feel it, as soon as you don't feel it, it's not because others do feel it that your gut feeling is wrong. So eventually people that I had the gut feeling are not working here anymore. So maybe my gut feeling was right. But other than that, it's energy. If I could find a way to find more energy, because now I feel that sometimes I don't have the energy to do things that I would like to do. So if I could have found a way to balance that energy more. I also have ADHD, and so it makes it already really hard to focus at the right time, at the right moment. But That's maybe a mistake, that sometimes I wasn't there when I was needed for the company because my energy, because I just couldn't be there, which is sad, but it's the way it is. When you are a big company, you're a big tanker. So you're a big boat with a lot of containers on it. So if you want to steer somewhere, yeah, you need to call to, and you need to this and you need that, and it takes a long time in order for the boat to go in another direction. If you're a startup company, you are a speedboat. You can easily change. And so I would advise people, like, as soon as you feel, I mean, a lot of people, and it's understandable, a lot of people make the mistake, like, I have this idea, I want this to be like that, I want to have a restaurant, and it needs to have avocado, but then the prices of avocado explode, and you still ditch it. Take it out of your recipe, and even if your company is called Avocado Lovers, as soon as you feel like this is not going to work, I'm going to get bankrupt if I keep doing like this, immediately make the decision. Make decisions and say change. Okay, let's do it. And don't worry about if you already did a lot of work. Sometimes you just put a lot of work in stuff and you want to keep it because of all the work you did, but don't look at the past, look at the future. If you feel like this is not gonna work, or we should do it the other way, do it the other way. And if it means again the same amount of work, yeah, just go for it, because inside in your gut you know that it's the right decision. You know that you have to go that way. And if you look at yourself in the mirror, you will know you just have to go that way. And it's just a matter of denying and of postponing but don't do it. Just go for it. And as soon as you know that something is off or something should be changed, change it. Or even if you're not sure, try it. At least try it. If you have the means to try it, try it. A/B it. Try to A/B as much as you can. With Frolight, we can do this easily because we are focused on vineyards. We are looking at other crops and we are trying it, and we're not putting all our energy in it because we cannot divide ourselves into 100. I'm Alexander Schmid. I'm co-founder of Frolight. I hope you enjoyed everything I just shared with you about Frolight, about startup life, about companies. If you want to get in touch with us, feel free to reach out, and we'll be happy to take you on the next level with Frolight.